Is Tainted Grail Conquest the hidden gem you've been looking for? Hello, welcome to the Creaky Culis. I'm Monk, and today, yes, we are doing an updated review for Tainted Grail Conquest. Now, this game came out 3 years ago now, and it's seen some play since then. I've played a ton of this game. It's one that I find myself wanting to go back to again and again. So first questions first, what type of game actually is this? Well, it is a story-driven deck building roguelike RPG where you explore an ever-changing map, you fight deadly enemies and learn what happened to the island. You also need to be building up a village, and you have to save the individuals you see around the world. At least you kind of have to try to. And this game has been both published and developed by Awaken Realm Digital. And you can play it over on Steam or Xbox. Now, this game will set you back around £17 depending on which platform you're currently buying it on. However, as this is a few years old, you can get it cheaper. It is quite often on sale. Now, when it comes to length, the length of this game, it's around 13 to 15 hours main storyline. That's what they say, however. Now, I've played this game a hell of a lot more of that. And the reason you play more, I would say, is because the way this game works is you complete the maps. Now, you complete the map round once, and then you unlock a brand new enemy, and then you can complete it all again, kind of like a boss level. Now, this also comes with multiple different classes as well. So if you want to experience the game to its full extent, you're going to be playing this game multiple times. So the amount of time this game actually can offer you is surprisingly a lot. Every single class plays very, very differently as well. And there's loads of different cards in order for you to unlock, in order to build unique decks too. And you're only going to be able to unlock certain cards given multiple playthroughs of a game. So when it comes to the length of this game, it's actually kind of huge considering the price. Now, I kind of love that you get to have a bit of customization with this game too. You can actually set what your character looks like, and there's also some really cool robes that you can unlock as well. You actually unlock more and more robes as you play through this game. So that's an added little element for why you should replay. I mean, I must be sitting on around 65 hours of play right now, and I've still got a ton of things to unlock and a ton of things or reasons why I need to continue playing. I think one thing that makes the replayability so good is that every single time you play through the game, you'll get nitbits of little quest lines in which you can't then complete until the next turn you play. So I just love how this game kind of unravels, and every single time you play it, you unlock a little bit more of the story. Now, be warned, this is a really tough game, and if you want to unlock everything this game has to offer, then you're going to be playing it on increasing difficulty as well. So not only have you got a choice of what class you're going to be playing, exactly how you're going to be approaching each level, you've also got the choice of what difficulty you're going to be playing it on too, and the more times that you complete this game, the harder you can make it on yourself as well. It really can't be overstated just how differently each of these classes play as well. Even when it comes to just the summoner classes, there's 3 different summoner classes, for instance, and every single one of them plays very differently, despite having similarities. We should also take a moment to appreciate the voice acting within this game. This is a cheap indie game, and voice acting is just not something that I expected.
No means to defend ourselves. Take pity. We've probably developed some oozing diseases beyond your wildest imagination. Hanging up here all this while? Go on, touch us and find out.
Dade. Look for the eyes, then.
If you're so desperate, go on, do it.
And while the voice acting may not all be amazing, it is a really interesting story that unravels within this game. And there's some sick, twisted storylines as well. But I think what grips you the most is the bosses. The boss fights in this game are brutal at times. And if you haven't set up your deck right, then it can be really difficult, not only impossible, to beat some of them. Personally, I love a deck builder. I'm a big fan of OG trading card games, so this kind of just fits really well with what I like. And this being like a dark fantasy, set zone, it's really interesting to see the type of cards you can come into using to kind of add strategy to this game. Not to mention, you can actually complete various different quest lines to obtain special cards as well, some of them being one use only cards, so you have to be really strategic about when you actually use those cards. Now, a big part of this game is saving NPCs, not only saving them, but recruiting them back to your village. You're going to be building up a village. And again, the more you play the game, the more you unlock within your own village. You're able to do an awful lot more. You're able to become a stronger warrior because you're able to manipulate your stats and kind of start the map with some really interesting bonuses. Honestly, I've had a right blast coming back into this game, picking it back up and just remembering what it has to offer. It's a cheap game that you can quite easily spend hours upon hours upon hours in this world and just never get bored. Even now, being 65 hours into it, I'm still discovering storylines I didn't find the first time. And I'm finding that I'm changing my strategies. The plays that I had down beforehand, I'm now finding new ways to make that even better as well. So it's cool that there's so many different ways to approach each level or each world within this game. It's absolutely one that I would highly recommend you guys pick up. And if you have played it, let me know down in the comments what you think of this game. There's also another Tainted Grail coming out supposedly at the end of this year. I know they have a demo out at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see just how the two games are different and how this next one is going to be well received. Hopefully it does even better than Conquest, because I love this game and I'm hoping the franchise kind of really takes off. Although, full disclosure, I do believe the next one's going to be very different. I don't think it's card based at all. But hey, that is for another video, another time. But anyway, guys, I've been a monk, we've been a Critically. I'm going to give this game a good, solid 8 out of 10. It's one that I absolutely love. It's one that I've continued going back for. It's one that I believe is absolute value for money. And yeah, one that hopefully other people will recommend as well. If you stuck around to the very end of this video, a big thank you to you. Don't forget to comment red banana down below, just confuse all those people that didn't watch to the very end or just simply new to the channel. But until next time, happy gaming.